Welcome. This is Entertainment Flash. I'm your host, Ron, and I got the big dog from Sports Unfolded with us here tonight. Kenny, how are you?
I am doing great, Ron. Doing great.
It's like I've been trying to get this show out for several days now, it feels. And tonight I just said, okay, I need to do this tonight. And then I just said, hey, I wonder if, Eric and Kenny want to go on. So I posted it in the chat and you were like, I'm down. And I'm like, yes, yes.
I te-
Because like I was saying before the show, Kenny, that show that you did with me was awesome. It was
yeah.
awesome.
Well, I watch it every week. I always try to get it on Monday, and I'm like, oh, did I miss it? Then I do the replay, and it's a great show. Great show, Ron.
Thank you so much, Kenny. Like I said, the best one was when I did it with you, and that's why when you said you were down for it, I was like, yes. I know this is going to be a great one. Okay, so I mean, we got a lot to talk about today, and I know the conversation spawned from the last one with you was just awesome, and it was fun and I have no doubt that the fans are going to love this episode. So, first of all, you are watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You are also watching us on Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting, Twitch at RI underscore broadcasting, and
Yes.
Twitter broadcasting RI.
Mhm.
So lots of ways. Just follow us on the social medias of all of them, and we're going to be really happy. But I guarantee you're going to love the show. We've already got people on watching. Um, so we got some movie stuff. We've got some TV stuff. We've got some music. We have Ron and Kenny's top 10. And I'm not going to give away the topic yet, but that is going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. And of course, when we're opening up, we're going to talk some celebrity, not so good news, not so good news, unfortunately. But celebrity headlines, and the sad part is Jane Birkin, very an icon in France. She's a British singer, but became famous in France. Um, and she died at the age of 76. She was found by her aide. Um, at her home, and she's famous. And the Birkin bag. Do you remember the Birkin bag?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was named after her.
Yep.
I mean, she made that the thing.
Hmm.
And she had a huge singing career in France and also movie career in France. She was big. She's an icon.
Yep.
Okay. And I know we have some viewers out there in France. So, you know, um, rest in peace, Jane
Hmm.
Birkin. That was
Yeah.
just another one. Like Kenny, we talk about this all the time. And that spawned the conversation with Prince and all, the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
things. And
Yeah.
it's like we just lose so many people, and it's like it's part of your childhood,
Yeah.
and it really hits.
Yeah.
And
It does. It
there's
does.
there's going to be millions of people that this it's hard, and so we get it. We do get it. But they like to know that they want to be remembered,
Yeah.
for the good work that they did. And
Yeah.
like she had a lot of big time moments in her career. So
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so that's unfortunate. So rest in peace, Jane Birkin.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like you said, when they're a part of your childhood and a part of your memories.
yeah.
I remember I remember a short story. I remember when I met Reggie Lewis.
Oh my God,
He
another
he
one.
was he was taking his wife to
Yeah.
see Batman Returns, and me and my mother was at the movie theaters.
Right.
And I'm like, Mom, that's Reggie Lewis. It's Reggie Lewis. I'm gonna go over there ask for an autograph. My mom said, don't go over there, bother that man. He's with his wife. Let that man.
Right.
Yeah. And I was like, I can't get with an autograph. Like he's right in front of me. Like, oh. And then
Yeah.
a couple of months later, I went to upstate New York to a basketball camp. And then we're all sitting watching ESPN. And we found out he passed away. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me?
That was so shocking. I remember that moment, and it was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. I was
I
like, oh my
mean,
God.
he was good, you know?
He was great.
Ugh,
He was
what
great,
could have
great.
been,
Oh,
you
what
know?
could have been.
And you think about it, like the Celtics, you know, they got hit a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
it's a scary thing out there. So, you
Yep.
know, if there's one thing that we try to say is like, you know, live your life, you know, because
Yep.
you don't know when it's going to
Yep.
come to an end.
Yeah. True
So
story.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the other bit of celebrity news, Kevin Spacey,
Mm.
dude, man, like his, wow, the trial is going on. The prosecution rested in the case, but not before Elton John testified for him.
Oh.
So he is accused, you know, of
Yeah. Yeah.
sexual assault and
Mm-hmm.
multiple, you know, victims. Um, but they're trying to eliminate one of those victims by, you know, Elton John coming on and saying, you know, he was not at this function where the incident
Mm-hmm.
supposedly
Yeah.
occurred.
Yeah.
But the guy is like, well, I might have gotten the year wrong because it was like so long ago. You were talking like 2004, 2005. But when Kevin Spacey went, it was 2001. And Elton John said that I remember it because he bought a Mini Cooper for charity
Mm.
at 2001. And that's the one that he was at. But the guy insists that, okay, so I might have gotten the year wrong, but it did happen. So, I mean, that's just
Mm.
one of the instances. But Elton
Mm-hmm.
John, you know, testified on his behalf for the defense, you
Oh,
know,
well,
but it is only one of the accusers. So, I don't think it looks good for Kevin Spacey.
I don't think so either. But if Elton John come to your rescue,
I
I'm
know that's
I'm
big,
I'm all,
right?
I'm all about that. Yeah, I'm all about that.
Because you know, I mean,
Take,
and don't
take,
forget, it is Sir John.
yes, yes, the knight himself.
Right, right.
That
So
was
it's
that was
like,
that was me. Case dismissed. Yep. Go ahead. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
you know, I mean, that's gotta speak volumes for him because,
Yes.
like, everybody's going to be starstruck because it's Elton John.
Right. Elton John, the
Like, he's
goat.
one of the most famous people in the world ever,
Yes. 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 Yes.
right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, I
Yes.
mean, who is more famous? You know,
Nope.
like Paul
Nope. Nobody.
McCartney. You know,
Please. Please.
yeah.
Sir
I
Paul
mean,
McCartney. No. Sir Elton John. I'm sorry.
like, I mean, it's just crazy. You know, like if you're sitting in court and it's like, you know, people come in and testify for you. Okay, yeah, it's not going to sway too much. And then it's Elton John, and like, whoa, wait a minute, what?
Exactly. Like,
He
whoa,
wasn't
wait.
there, innocent,
Wait. Case dismissed.
right?
Can I have your autograph, sir? Can I have your autograph?
Yeah, you know, it's like how great of a witness can you have, right?
Right?
That's about as good as it gets,
Yes. Yes.
you know. So, so Kevin Spacey got lucky with that. I don't know if it's going to change anything. Who knows? You know, I haven't followed the trial, but I mean, it is Elton John.
Yeah.
You know, it is Elton John. Kevin Spacey didn't have to spend $500 to see him in concert. He was right there with him.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's still standing. So I got that joke in, so that's good.
That was a
That's
good one. That was a
good.
good one. That was a good one. That's good.
So yeah, so Kevin Spacey gets a hell of a witness for himself.
Right.
So that is celebrity headlines. Oh my God. See, it's already. See, now people, this is the show you got to be watching.
Yeah, right.
So, so next topic, Microsoft versus Sony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Microsoft made a deal and bought out Activision, Blizzard, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are the makers of Call of Duty.
Hmm.
Now, Sony has had, the exclusivity, like with the first month of all new content, they get it first. And then, later on, then it goes on to all platforms. So what does Microsoft do whenever there's competition? They just go buy it, and then they
Yep.
make money off of Sony anyway,
Yep.
right? So that's what they did. So they go out and buy this, and now they own Call of Duty, and now all these other gaming, systems and streaming services, Nintendo, Steam, the whole bit, right? They all
Yeah.
have to now make a deal with Microsoft to have Call of Duty, one of the most popular games, on the planet.
Yeah.
So they made a 10-year deal with Nintendo and like Steam and all that stuff, so that way they can still get Call of Duty on their systems. Sony was the last one to the table with them.
Mm.
And I don't know if it was a 10-year deal, but they finally struck a deal so that way they can have Call of Duty on Sony as well.
Mm.
So they finally did it, but it must have cost PlayStation a boatload.
Oh yeah. It had to.
I mean, 'cause,
It had to.
like, look, like Sony has been dominating, over Microsoft
Mm.
between the PlayStation and Xbox, right? Because Sony has better, exclusive games.
True.
Well,
True. That is
I
true.
mean, Xbox had Halo, and let's face it, Halo has not been,
Mm-mm.
the moneymaker they wanted it to be.
Yeah. True.
That's what happens when you give it up from Bungie to 343 Studios. It's not as good. Just not as good.
It's just not as good. I'm an Xbox guy for life, but it's just that Sony has better games.
Yeah.
I mean, Xbox had good games when they first came out, but now it's just like it's crap. It's like
Sony's beating them to the punch.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Yep.
They're beating them to the punch.
Yep.
And that is the reason why now Microsoft is just saying, okay, so you have all these exclusive things, so we're just going to go buy up all these companies that you have exclusive games for. And that's what they're doing. And it's so smart. It's so smart, Kenny, because now Sony has to pay Microsoft to get these games on. It's brilliant.
Genius.
It's brilliant.
Genius.
So, but Call of Duty is safe on Sony PlayStation. So if you're a Sony guy, don't worry, it'll still be there. Just Sony has to pay, Microsoft to put it on there. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it. So I just figured I'd have to talk about that for a minute. But we're right in the middle of the meat of things now. Movie updates, right?
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Now, it is Entertainment Flash, Season 3, Episode 14, Snowstorm, right? And
Snowstorm.
when we put these titles on, there's always a reason, right? It always has
Mm-hmm.
something to do with with a topic. Well, here we go. Here we are. Snow White, the movie, live action movie coming, right? So they're
Mm-hmm.
already in post production, but it is not as simple as it seems. It
Mm.
is not pure like snow. Right? Right? It is not pure like snow. So they're having some difficulties with publicity.
Mm.
Okay. So here is the first problem. And Peter Dinklage, the actor, the little person actor?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
So
Yeah.
he raised questions asking how are the dwarves going to be portrayed in
Oh.
this movie, right?
Oh. Here we go. Uh-huh.
Right? That is going to be interesting, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because if they have, regular actors doing it, then why are the little people not getting these jobs?
Mm.
But if they have the little people doing it, then you're gonna have questions as like, why do they have to be, little people and being called dwarves and whatever it may be, right? Whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So there's a no-win situation there. They
Yep.
can't win. Look, it's a
No.
movie. It was an animated movie, and people just need to relax. As long
Yes.
as you know they do it right in the movie, that's what matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't like mistreat the actors, whoever's going to play them. So,
True. True.
so
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get it. And to me, I hope they're having little people play the parts. I really do. I really do. I don't want it to be, artificial intelligence or CGI or whatever it may be. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I know what you're
So that
saying.
is the first problem.
Okay.
But it gets better,
Mm-hmm.
Kenny.
Oh, it
Oh,
does?
it gets
Okay. I'm
better.
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so Rachel Ziegler is the actress playing Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
She's Colombian, right? So apparently there's people that have a problem with this.
First Ariel and now this.
Right? Right? I mean, come on. Let's let it go, people. You just want a good movie. It has to be entertaining. It has to be good.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't care what skin
Yes.
color. I don't care if they're
I
orange
Nope.
stripes and purple polka dots. I don't care.
Nope. Me
As
neither.
long as the
Me
movie's
neither.
good,
As long as the movie's good.
right? Look, I come out of the book of Captain Kirk. I don't care if they're
Mm.
green, purple, blue, whatever color, right? Right? Captain Kirk always ends up
Yeah.
with the woman, right?
Yep. Always.
It
Always.
doesn't matter.
She could be dark. She could be dark green. He'd be like, "What's up, baby? How you doing?
Yeah. So
You look like you look like money."
right.
Uh-huh.
So they are having a bit of a problem with the backlash of this because she's Colombian. Look, I saw the picture of her, in costume. She looks good. I think she looks perfect for the part. People just need to relax. They need to relax. Pick your battles, right? Pick your battles.
Yes. Yes. Pick your battles. Yes. Yes.
So also in the
Just
movie is Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. Woo-hoo.
yes. Yes.
She's playing the evil queen. And boy, did Peter Gunn make a big mistake letting her go as Wonder Woman.
Yes. True story.
Stupid.
True story.
Stupid.
True
There is
story.
nobody on this planet
Mm-hmm.
that makes a better Wonder Woman. No one. No one. I don't care who they get. I'm never gonna be able to
Yep.
look past Gal Gadot. I
Yep.
mean, she looked the part.
Peter Guns is on that list. On that list of stupid people, stupid men
Yeah. Yeah. And
who
it's
get
like
who
it's not
who
her
get
fault 1984 stunk. It's
right
not her
for
fault.
real. For real, not her fault. No,
That's
no.
the script.
Mm-mm.
Blame
No,
it on
Peter.
them.
Yeah, Peter Gunn, you're on my list.
Right? You lost the
You
perfect Superman.
you you done messed up.
You lost Wonder
You
Woman.
you he done messed up.
Yeah. And it was all
Yeah.
along, it was only the scripts that was holding it back. But
Yeah.
Peter Gunn came out, pumping up that Flash movie
Mm-hmm.
that tanked.
Yeah.
It tanked.
Peter.
And frankly,
Peter.
when he said it was the best DC movie, I watched it. And I
Yeah,
understand
me
why it
too.
tanked.
Mm.
I'm not saying it was a bad movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it was not the best DC
No,
movie.
it was
Not
not.
even
It was
close.
no, not even
Not
close.
even close.
Close.
So, also in that movie is Andrew Burnap. He plays Jonathan, the love interest of Snow White. So, what is that? Prince Charming? Is that what it is?
I was about to say he had a name. Jonathan had a name. Yeah,
Well, he's
Prince Charming,
Jonathan
right?
in this movie. I
Oh,
don't know if he's a
okay.
prince either. They're making him
Okay.
out to be some sort of Robin Hood-esque kind of character.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean, they're trying to make
You,
it within time, so it's
okay.
not like somebody has to come to her rescue. She's going to rescue herself. So,
Oh, okay. All right. Independent woman. All right.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right.
So,
Yeah. All right.
but this is gonna knock your socks off right here. Superman
Okay.
Legacy, right? And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
then whatever his name is, Corn Sweat or whatever his name is, right? Can't remember his name. He's the new Superman, but they just named 4 more cast members. So Anthony Carrigan is going to be Metamorpho. So Metamorpho is in the new Superman Legacy movie. Eddie Gathegi,
Mm-hmm.
whatever his name is, he's going to be Mr. Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Isabella Merritt is going to be Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl.
Yes. Not Hawk Man, Hawk Girl.
Okay. All right.
So, which, is fine because I remember the series Arrow. They had Hawkman and Hawk Girl in that show for a season.
Okay.
So I have no problem with that. But here it is. Green Lantern, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And the character Guy Gardner, it's not going to be Hal. It's going to be Guy Gardner. Nathan Fillion. Yes. The rookie Castle, he is going to be the Green Lantern in this movie.
Are you serious?
I am serious. What, a little too old? Is that what? I love Nathan Fillion, mind you.
Me too. I love Castle, yo.
But I don't see this.
Me neither. I don't.
But these guys know what they're doing, right? There's a lot of people that are upset about this.
You say so.
And it's like, I love Castle, doing, right? And
Good show.
What's the Firefly, right?
Yeah. Oh.
And I watched The Rookie, but I don't see him as Green Lantern. No. I don't see it. I mean, he was fantastic in whatchamacallit, the Guardians of Galaxy. You know? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was
He
in there.
was.
I mean, he was only a bit part because he wanted to be in the movie, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to be part of it. But this is kind of big because, like, if you're setting
Yeah.
up, if you're setting up, you know, this whole DC universe, right?
Yep.
This is your Green Lantern. Like, are you going to make a movie with him as Green Lantern?
Yeah. No.
I mean, I don't know if I would
No.
want that.
No.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could
Me
do it.
neither. I don't think I can do it either.
And
Mm-mm.
like I said, I like Nathan Fillion, but I don't like him in this. And
Mm.
you know, it's I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a little
I don't know.
scared at what DC is going to become.
I don't know.
And he's had so
I
much
don't know.
success, you know, with the superheroes.
Mm.
And you might think that he knows what to do, right? But we're gonna find out if it was him that made, you know, Marvel, or if it was really Marv.
That's deep.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
deep. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I
I
know
mean,
exactly what you're
this
saying.
is like the Patriot question: is it Belichick or is it Brady? And the longer we
Woo!
go on, you say,
Mm.
"Oh well, it's
Mm.
Brady."
Woo! That's deep.
The
That's deep.
longer we go on,
Mm. Mm.
mm, so it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Let's see how these
Yep.
first few movies are. And this
Yep.
is the big one right here. You're putting your stamp on Superman right here.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't cut it, oh my. Oh
Yep.
my. Hmm.
Yep.
That is heads are gonna roll if it doesn't go.
Oh yeah.
I
No
mean, they
doubt.
already failed with the Flash, so
Yeah. Yeah. You've seen that. Yeah.
I mean, so that is Superman Legacy. I still have it on the Snow White. Look at that. See, I
Oh.
was supposed to change it, but I get so excited that we're talking about this, and you know, it's kind of shocking when you start really starting to see what's going on. Like, you know, they already scrapped the Wonder Woman project, so are they going to like
Yep.
reboot that now? You know,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
I don't know, like, what's going to happen with Aquaman now? You know, like, are they going to blow
Oh
that one
yeah.
too?
Yeah.
I mean,
They probably
Jason
will.
Momoa made it cool to be Aquaman because I always felt Aquaman was the most useless hero ever made, right? I
Mm.
mean,
Yeah.
if they're in the water, yeah, okay, he can solve your problems. But if they're robbing a bank, they're not in the ocean.
Yeah. 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 Right. You're right.
What are the fish going to do for you there?
Yeah. You're right.
So, but Jason Momoa brought Aquaman into,
Mhm.
you know, kind of like a cool character.
Yeah.
And it made it good. And those movies were fantastic. I thought the Aquaman movies were good.
Mm.
Thought they were good.
Yeah. You're okay.
Not as good as, you know, The Dark Knight, but, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or the first Wonder Woman movie was fantastic. And the first Shazam movie was fantastic.
Mm. True. True.
You know, those are probably the three best DC movies. You know, but I mean, you can make a case, of course, Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, which
Yes.
is a DC
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
I
DC
don't think
movie.
it was in the universe,
No, it wasn't easy.
but it is a DC movie, and that was really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. True.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. And we're gonna know sometime soon. Okay, so Kenny, we're gonna be at the top 10 right now.
All right. I'm
You
ready.
know, so um, I mean, not top 10, top 5.
Top five. This
So
is your top five.
yes, so it is the top 5 Janes because in honor of Jane Birkin, um, we're doing the top 5 Janes. Um, so they can be real people or fictional.
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice.
All
So,
right.
Kenny, do you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Now you go first.
All right. So we'll go 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All
So
right.
my number 5, and this was late because I thought of it just before we went live.
Mm-hmm.
G.I. Jane, the movie. So the
Oh,
character
okay.
that Demi Moore
Okay. Okay.
plays, Jane,
Okay.
GI.
All right.
Um,
Okay.
I saw the movie. She was fantastic in it, of course. And that's why I picked that as my number 5.
Ooh,
So I
okay.
went
All right.
GI Jane, the actual character, and the movie was pretty good.
Okay.
She did a good. She did a great job in that movie.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good job. He did a good job.
So that was my number 5.
Okay. All right.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 was or is Jane Pauley.
Jane Pauley. Yes,
Jane
yes,
Pauley, CBS News, CBS Morning News.
right.
Jane.
That was it. That was one of the names I had as in the running. In the running.
Mhm.
So I mean, she's legendary. She's
Yes,
legendary.
yes, she is. She is.
All right. So that is your number 5. That was a good one. My
Mhm.
number 4, Mary Jane Girls. It's raining
Oh,
men.
okay. 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 Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, like that song is
Okay.
literally played at every club everywhere. Still,
Okay.
to
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Because that gets all the women going. It gets them going. And it's funny because if they play the song at a club, all the women rush out there to dance to it, and all the
It's
guys
true.
leave the dance floor. They
Exactly.
leave
That
the
is
dance
true
floor.
because I'd be like, I'm going. Yeah.
You know?
It's a raining man. Yep. You're
So
right.
so
You're right.
50% of this world still to this day loves that song. And that was what,
True.
like 80s?
Yes. 80s, early 80s.
And
Yep.
it's still going. It's still
Yeah.
going.
Still
So
going.
that's
Yep.
why I put that at number 4. What do you got at number 4?
Uh, I got one of the top 10 most funniest females from
Oh,
S from SNL. From SNL. Ready?
yep.
Jane Curtin.
Jane Curtin. Absolutely.
Jane Curtin.
Oh
She made
my God.
Coneheads.
Yes.
Coneheads is
Oh
hilarious.
my
Had a
God. Those
TV.
were so
Had
great.
a,
Her and
have a
Dan
t-
Aykroyd.
yes, had a TV show. Kate and Allie. Used to watch it when I was a kid.
Yup. Kate and Allie was
Jane
awesome.
Curtin.
I loved that show.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes.
Loved it. She
Yes.
is brilliant. Brilliant.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
so brilliant that I put her at number 3.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
put
All
her at
right.
number 3.
Okay. Okay. All
And
right.
it was
All right.
because of those two things that you mentioned. Like that was the signature, right?
Yes. Yes.
SNL and ah, that series. I used to watch it all the time. I used to watch it
Yeah.
all the
Kate
time.
and Allie. Yes. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, so what do you have at number 3?
I have funny comedian Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch. Yeah, I had
Jane
her as
Lynch.
one of my people
Yes.
that you know I wanted to put her in there, but it was really I was torn because I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
of putting her at number 4, but I went with the Mary Jane Girls because I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was funnier. Because like nobody
It was.
even
Yep.
except for the
Yeah.
women, nobody remembers.
Nope. Nobody. You're right. You're right. No one.
So,
Yeah. Right.
but Jane
You're right.
Lynch, awesome choice, awesome choice. Um, Number 2,
Mm-hmm.
I have Jane from Tarzan. Me Tarzan, you Jane.
Yes.
I can't help
Yes.
it.
Yes.
You know how many
Yes.
Tarzan movies I've seen? You know, growing up as a
Yes.
kid, my mom and dad used to watch those movies all the time. And I'm like, oh. You know, it's like,
Beat your chest.
you know it, but you know, it's Jane.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, so I
Yes.
had to go with Jane from Tarzan.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. It seems silly, but you know,
It's true.
that's what I
That's
grew
the
up
fame.
with. It
Yep.
was
It's famous Jane.
Tarzan, Elvis, you know, the Beatles, and Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. That's my
Mm.
childhood,
Yes. Who's on first?
right?
Great.
Right.
Great. Great. Great.
So, what do you got at number 2, Kenny?
Jane Karowski, 30 Rock.
Oh, that's good. I forgot all about her. Oh my God, she's
Yes.
so good on that show.
Yeah, she's
I think she's one of the
hilarious.
best on the cast.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
I mean, when you look at that cast, I mean, that was a great show. Okay,
Yeah, that was a real good show.
but you know, though, when she had those lines, oh my God, they're priceless. You know, it's like they're like little zings. You know, wing,
Hmm.
and it's like, oh, that's pretty funny. You know, it's like it it's one of those shows where you have a cast that just gels. You know, and we
Yes.
talk
Yep.
about some of those shows like Cheers and Seinfeld. You know, that's one of those
Hmm.
shows because
Yep.
it comes from everywhere. You know, it's like
Yeah.
every single person has a contribution to the comedy, and that's what makes it
Mhm.
so good. That was a great one. I forgot all about her.
Yeah.
My number 1. You're gonna love this one, Jane Jetson.
I'm with you.
Right?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right?
I'm
I
with
mean,
you.
when you think, you
I'm
know,
with
it's
you.
like I used to love the Flintstones and the Jetsons. You know, one extreme to the
Yes.
other. You know, and
Hmm.
you know, out of the two shows, you know, when I think back, it's like, okay, do you like Wilma? Do you like Betty? No, it's
Mm.
Jane.
Jane,
Jane.
his wife.
Yeah,
Ding 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 ding.
exactly.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
went with
Yes.
Jane Jetson, one of my favorite all-time cartoons. You know, I loved the Jetsons. You know, and Space Lee. Judson, you're
Yes.
fired.
Spacely
The
Spacely
Trumpster got
Sprockets.
it from. That's where he
Yep.
got it from. He got it from the
Yep.
Jetsons.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
What do you have
Definitely
at number
enough.
1?
I gotta go iconic. I gotta go iconic on Golden Pond. Jane
Jade
Fonda.
Fonda. I knew it. I knew it. Hey, 2 Academy Awards.
Yes.
2
Yes.
Academy Awards.
2 Academy Awards. Yes. Yes.
Look, there
Yep.
was no
Yep.
better actress.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she was great.
She was
She was
great.
great. And I actually was originally going to have her at number 1.
Mm.
And then I decided, I like these you know, fictional characters. And it kept slipping and sliding all the way down. And I also had Jane Goodall, you know, in the conversation. You know, the one with the
Oh.
gorillas,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot all about her.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh jeez. Huh?
So that was a good one. That was a good one. So there was a lot of Janes. There was a lot of
Yeah. A lot of
Janes.
Janes. A lot of
And
Janes.
you know, there's and look, I did not put Jane Birkin in, but that doesn't take anything away because I really went
Yep.
fictional.
Yep.
Like that's about as
True.
fictional as it can get. You know, I only had
True.
2 real things in there: the Mary Jane girls and Curtin.
Yes.
But that was fun. Who's your number 1? Oh, you already said it. You already said it.
Jane, yeah.
Jane Fonda. It
Yes.
just slipped my mind for a moment. I had this fog roll through. You know, so that was the list. That was fun. That was fun. And
Yes.
all because of Jane Birkin, who passed away. So that is
Yes.
our tribute to her and the Janes. You know.
Yes.
Now, if I was
Mhm.
from France, she would probably be number one.
Yes.
I mean, she would have to be, right?
Yes. Duh.
Oh, we are rolling along. We have, some TV news and some music stuff to do. So it's going, and I'll tell you, we had some whopper of information out there.
Mm.
Everything from Spacey, to Jane Birkin, and of course Nathan Fillion, Green Lantern in the Superman Legacy
Green
movie.
Lantern. Green Lantern. Right.
Oof, that's a tough one to swallow right there. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. So, all right. So, TV time, right? Emmys. It's the Emmys time. And the nominations
Ooh.
all came out, Kenny. Uh,
Mm.
I'm going to read off some of these nominations for these categories. And you tell
Okay.
me if you've ever seen these shows.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Now, I'm not saying they're not
Mm-hmm.
good shows. I've watched a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start it off with the reality shows. These are the nominations for the best reality show. Amazing Race,
Amazing Race. Okay.
RuPaul's Drag Race,
Okay.
Survivor, Top Shelf, and The Voice. Those are the nominees. It seems like they're the same nominees every year.
Yeah. Every year. Every year.
Now, I pretty much have at least seen a couple of episodes in everything.
Me too.
So, I mean, of course, I'm a little biased. I love Survivor.
Me too.
I think the show is just fantastic.
Last season
It
was
never gets old.
last season was fantastic.
It was. It
Last season was
was.
fantastic. It's only because of you I watched it because you was like, I gotta watch Survivor, and I was like, oh, maybe I should watch Survivor so we can talk
It's
about it.
so
Like,
good.
I
It's
have
so
Survivor.
good.
I was just like, oh, I was so twisted. I was like, oh, I want her to win. No, I want him to win. No, 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 I
Right.
want her to win. No, no, I want him to win. Like, oh, no,
And then, the progression, and it's like, even though when they know things are going to happen,
no. Mm-hmm.
the human side tends to do the things that you don't want to do, to these people that you don't know.
Yes.
And when you get a little upset or you act a little nutty, that all plays a part.
Yes.
And you can't help it because it's just your nature in some of those cases. And it could be something subtle, like you just snore all night.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to rub people the wrong way if they're not getting their rest.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little things. And a lot of times when they change things up and give you a twist, that wreaks havoc because they don't know how to handle that because they haven't seen it before.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they're living that, it is chaos. It is chaos. And that's why I think that's the show that should win because it's been going on for 40 plus seasons. And these people can't seem to grasp the things that they need to do because it's just their nature.
Yeah.
You
True.
can't help it at times.
Yep.
You don't even know you're doing some of the things.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, with a show like this and it keeps constantly evolving,
Yep.
I think out of these, it's the only one that really evolves.
Yeah. True.
It's like The Voice, okay, they sing and,
Yeah.
that's what they do. Amazing Race, they travel through the world and it's fun to watch, but it's not different. It's never different. Top Shelf, they're cooking, okay? They either cook bad Well, they cook good,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And RuPaul's Drag Race, it's really
Yeah.
a modeling kind of show.
Yeah. Modeling. Yes. Modeling.
That's
Yes.
that's what it is.
That's what it
And
is.
it's just them voicing their opinions about each other half the time, you know. So I think out of all of those,
Yes.
I mean, I would think Survivor would have to win
Yes.
because it evolves.
True.
It evolves. So now, whether or not I would choose a different show to be nominated would be another different story. But
Mm-hmm.
these are the nominations, and I'm going to go with Survivor.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
All right. So they have the limited or anthology. So these are the season. These are the shows that either last 1 year, or it's like an anthology.
Okay.
These are those shows. So this is going to be an interesting category because Beef from Netflix is one of them.
Okay.
That is the dude from that played Glenn on The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Can't think of his name off the top of my head,
Mm-hmm.
but he's in that, and I actually watched that, and it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. That one on Netflix as well.
Okay.
When he eats people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
Daisy Jones and the Six from Prime. I have not seen that.
I've never heard of it.
I don't even know what it's about, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Fleischman is in Trouble on FX. I have not seen that either.
Me neither. Never heard of it.
And then there's Obi-Wan Kenobi from Disney Plus.
I heard that was really good.
Now, I'm looking at this list, and I would think that it would be Obi-Wan that's going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you, that Jeffrey Dahmer story, that was pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good.
I have to watch it. So
to me, it's got to be one of those two that win it.
Okay.
I mean, if it's not, then they're getting robbed. That's just how I feel. So that is those two. Now animated.
Okay.
Now we know there's a lot of animated shows on TV. There's literally probably thousands.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here are the names of the first Bob's Burger from Fox.
Okay.
I never heard of this one. Intergalactic from Netflix. Never heard of it.
Me neither.
And here's another one I haven't heard, and I might not even be able to pronounce it.
Okay.
Jendi Tartakovsky's Primal.
Okay. Never heard of it.
Adult Swim.
Mm.
Then there's Rick and Morty on Adult Swim.
Okay.
And The Simpsons on Fox. That's a show that's been on forever.
Forever.
Like what, 80s? Right?
Yeah, it's
I'm pretty sure it's the 80s.
Yeah.
I remember going to a movie one time and they showed a Simpsons short. And then the very next fall, Simpsons debuted on TV, and it's like, and they've never stopped since. Never stopped since. I don't even know how many seasons it's been. I mean, it seems like 40.
Right? It had to be at least 30.
I mean, it's 30. A long time.
At least 30 years. 30
right.
Years.
So, I mean, what do you think is the winner here?
Oh, it gotta be The Simpsons.
I think out of the three that I've seen, I would say The Simpsons.
Yeah, gotta be The Simpsons.
Again, you're talking about a show that can still do it after all these years. Yeah. I mean, they're still doing this. And it's still funny.
Still hilarious.
Still funny.
Still hilarious. All
right, so now there's the comedies. TV comedies, and they have like 1 million nominations in these.
Just a little.
They literally name almost every comedy.
Just a little tidbit. The Simpsons. Yeah. The Simpsons had a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Great soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
We used to play that saxophone.
and just about every star has been on an episode.
Yep.
Just about everybody. I think
Super.
even Kevin Spacey,
Yeah, right. Baby.
which is scary.
Snoop Dogg, everybody been on Simpsons.
All right, so the comedy nominations: Abbott Elementary from ABC. You ever see that?
No.
Me neither have I.
Heard of it, but never seen it.
Yeah. Barry from HBO Max.
No.
I
Heard of
haven't
it.
seen that either.
No.
The Bear on FX. I haven't seen that one either.
No.
Jury Duty on Amazon Freeve.
Freeve.
Yeah. So
Freeve.
I have not seen that either.
Me neither.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel from Prime. Now I've heard of it, never watched it.
Yeah, I heard of it, never watched it either. Nope.
Only Murders in the Building. Somehow, well, that's on Hulu, and I don't even understand the name of it. Like Only Murders in the Building.
It's that's with oh my gosh, that's with the two icons there. Steve Martin and
Martin Short.
yes, I think that's it. Isn't that it? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I might have to check that out then.
Yeah, and Miranda, and yeah. And
I might have to check that out.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Well, just saying those two are on it, I get a feeling that one could win.
Yeah.
Also nominated is Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus, and Wednesday on Netflix. The Addams Family Wednesday thing.
It's got a lot of Netflix.
So that is the comedies. Oh, but now that you say Steve Martin, Martin Short, I got a feeling that's their Emmy right there.
Yeah, that's their Emmy right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably happening.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with drama.
Drama.
So these are the dramas, and now there's one thing about this that I find very interesting. There is no, major network show on this category. So there is no Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, jeez.
There is no Chicago Fire. All those dramas on regular TV, not one is on here.
Can we bring back ER? Can we bring back ER?
Yeah, remember that? George Clooney.
Yes, young George Clooney. Yes.
And what's the dude's name that I always make fun of when we talk about the NBA? Oh my God, I can't think of his name. Oh, I wish Eric was on because I always make fun of him when he mentions his name, and I always bring up ER. I can't think of his name though. Anyway,
Eric LaSalle?
No. So Andor from Disney Plus. Better Call Saul from AMC. That was the last season. The Crown on Netflix. House of the Dragon. That is the prequel to Game of Thrones, right?
I guess so.
Nowhere on this list is the prequel to Lord of the Rings, though, and that was fantastic. The Rings of Power was not on here. That was disappointing because that was fantastic. But what is on there is Last of Us. I've seen that. That's really good.
Okay. All right.
Really good.
Okay.
Succession on HBO Max as well. Also, White Lotus from HBO Max.
Okay.
And Yellow Jackets from Showtime.
Okay.
So that is the list. And another show that I would have liked to see nominated is From. I don't even know what network it plays. All I know is I get it.
From.
It's really good. It's really good. It is creepy. It's different. It's different. The dude he was in Lost. The the black guy that was in Lost, that had the son that he was always looking for on Lost. He's on it, and it is very Lost-like, but with horror twist.
Mm,
Horror twist.
mm,
It was really good. I've seen
mm,
2 seasons now. They better have a third one. That's
mhm,
all I can
mhm,
say. They
mhm,
better
mhm,
have a third one, or I'm gonna be really upset.
mhm. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
So,
I got one thing to say real quick. Pay these writers what they need, man.
oh my god,
Because regular TV is just like terrible right now.
yep,
There's no new episodes of NCIS.
nope,
No
nope.
new episodes of anything.
Wait till fall, Kenny.
Oh God.
You think it's bad now? Wait until
Oh,
fall
oh, we need to pay these.
when none of the shows come back for a
Yeah,
while.
right. Yeah, right. But we need to pay these writers what they want, man, and let it come back to work
They
because
deserve it.
and save TV. Because I tell you right now, yo, it's not gonna go well.
It's bad.
Netflix and HBO Prime and all that is gonna make a boatload of money, and it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Pay these writers what they deserve, and they deserve
Yeah,
it.
we need like our favorite shows to come back,
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
like what is it gonna look like in fall season when nothing starts up?
You got
I don't know how they're filming, The Walking Dead with Daryl. Like how are they filming this, without the writers writing the scripts?
oh,
Like,
they probably did it months ago, probably last year, and then
I mean, it must have been. It
yeah,
had to have been.
yeah, it had to been.
Or you're going to see like maybe 4 episodes and then, they go on a little hiatus until the writers are back. And
Yeah,
then, you
exactly.
know, and that's what fall is going to be like. So if
Oh,
you like all those shows, like Law and Order, SVU, and
yeah,
all of those, yeah, good luck because they ain't going to be on time.
it's crazy.
They're not going to make it.
Thank God for football. Thank God for football. Let's go
Oh my
football.
God,
Hurry
that's
up.
what we're gonna have. We're gonna have
Uh,
all the sports stuff.
Yep.
Sports balls. Remember that show?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I vaguely remember. Yeah. Hey, the episodes are still on Rhode Island Broadcasting.
Really?
Still there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. They kind of like fell off the face of the earth.
I don't know.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah,
But speaking of Rhode Island Broadcasting, you are watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting, Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting, Twitch at
yeah.
RI_broadcasting, and then, of course, Twitter, which I don't know what happened, but for some reason we have Broadcasting RI because I kind of messed up the first one and I couldn't remember passwords or anything. So we had to make a new one, but we're still going strong. Like we had 10,000 plus on Facebook.
Wow. That's
10,000 plus.
1,000 plus.
So you got to get on there. You got to get on there, throw some bits and stuff like that,
Yes. Yes.
and stars for that.
Yep.
Twitter, we're closing in on 400 now. We started to really pay attention to the Twitter, the Twitterverse.
Mm.
Eric still thinks that they're gonna, go away and it's gonna be Threads, but I mean, Threads is owned by Facebook, so what? You're trading one for the other.
Mm.
So, but we have we have 1,010. We've gained like three more followers on YouTube this week. So let's get on there. Let's
Yes.
get more. We're trying to get to that 1,100 mark.
Woo.
So follow
So,
us on YouTube.
mhm.
So get on there, follow us everywhere, and that includes Discord.
Discord.
Discord right there. So discord.gg
GG.
REC8MRQYKJ. I don't know why they do it like this.
Elemental P.
Why?
QRS. EV. WXYZ.
Yeah, it's like Discord gets it. At least let us have our name.
Yes.
At least let us have our name. Don't make it so difficult for people to do it.
Discord.
Yes, Discord is pretty neat,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't get to it. But just try to get there, because like I throw some content on there that you don't ever see. So just saying. On Discord, you find out all the new shows before we air it on Rhode Island Broadcasting. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, okay.
Find out all the stuff. Also, if you want to sponsor the show, especially when Kenny comes on, if you want to sponsor the show, just send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out all the information that you want, but it really just comes down to it costs less than going to your coffee shop and getting a large coffee and a chocolate donut, And if you're a movie theater, I mean, you should be sponsoring the movie updates. That would be so cool.
Yeah,
That would be so cool. So come on, let's get on that. I saw, the big three, I think, this summer. I saw Indiana, Transformers, and Spideyverse. They were so good. I think Transformers was the best of the three. And I think Spideyverse was the second best. Now, saying that, I love Indiana Jones because it is Indiana Jones.
Yes, true.
And that movie brought back that feel of an Indiana Jones movie.
Okay.
I
have to go see
it. It like all the chase scenes, it felt like Indiana Jones 1, 2, and 3. It felt like that. So it brings it back. Yes, he's a little old. Just a wee bit. But he's still Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And he's still Han Solo. We had mentioned that in the last time we talked. Like, who has two characters like that ever?
Nobody. Yep.
So Harrison Ford, oh my God, he's like one of my favorites of all time. So that is movies. And, I mean, not movies. Well, how did I get on the movie thing? Oh, I was talking about all the stuff.
Yes.
I was like, and then I went off into this Han Solo world. But we have music. We're in the home stretch, so I always end with music. So I have the new music releases, and leading the way is the Barbie album. Oh God, I'm not even gonna get into how bad the songs are on that. I can't. It's terrible. Also out is Greta Van Fleet's new album, Starcatcher. Jennifer Lopez, This Is Me Now. Jenny from the Block has got a new album.
Really?
Yes. Travis Scott, remember him from that incident with all the people that got trampled?
Yes.
He's got a new album out, Utopia. And I no way blame him for what happened that day.
No, me neither.
I don't blame him at all.
Nope.
That's on security.
Yep.
Post Malone has a new album, Austin.
Posty got a new album out?
He's got a new album, and it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay, I'm going to listen to that before I go to bed. Okay, all right.
It's good.
Posty got a new album out.
He's so talented, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, my God. I the first time I ever heard him was on that commercial,
Mm.
and it was like you hear it, and I just looked and started watching the commercial, and he has so much charisma, and he basically does nothing in the commercial, but he just has that thing,
Yes.
And here I am staring at this guy with
Yeah.
all the tattoos all over the place,
Yes.
and it's like, what is making him so popular? And
Yes.
it's just
Really, really. Yeah.
he's just pure sound, it's just so good.
Yes.
And I don't know. There's not many stars like that in music that have just come out in the last few years.
True.
So,
True.
so I loved Post Malone, but Kenny
Mm.
also with the new album, Cool in the Gang. Yes, yes,
You talking about Cool in the Gang?
Cool in the Gang has a new album.
The hell?
People just want to have fun. People just want to have fun.
You talking about Cool in the Gang?
Cool in the Gang, yes.
We talking about
Celebration, Fresh, Misled, Get Down on It.
Get down on it, you really want it. Get down on it, get down on it.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All
Not
right.
bad. Not bad. You did that song well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You did that well. I like that.
Part of my childhood. Part of my childhood.
Oh my God. Cool in the Gang is so awesome. I loved Cool in the Gang. But I have them as some of the music I listen to make it to my playlist.
Okay. All right.
Now, I know you jumped in last minute and you had no time to prepare.
Mhm.
Is there any songs that you would add to your playlist today? I don't know if you had any time to even think about it,
All
but I'm going to give you the ones that I went through and I listened to hours of music.
right. Okay. Got my pen ready. Putting down.
So,
Mm-hmm.
in the past 2 weeks, Kenny,
All right.
I have had some horrible time finding good songs. We'll just say that. The last 2 weeks, it was barely anything good.
Mm.
This week, however,
Okay.
we hit a jackpot this week.
Jackpot. Ching.
Jackpot. Okay, now, I did try to listen to as much of the Barbie album as I could.
Mm.
I could not get through it.
Mm.
It's awful.
Mm.
So none of those songs made my playlist. None.
That's a daggone shame. That's a shame, Ron.
Yeah.
Is I'm a Barbie girl and
Yeah,
the
no,
Barbie
that's not on
girl-
it.
That's not on it?
That's not on there.
Oh, no wonder why they messed up. No wonder why
Yeah.
they messed up.
Right. I mean, if
That's
you
all
had
I'm saying.
that,
You're right. Maybe if you had that. All right. Go
I
ahead.
just have to say, see, like last episode,
Mhm.
I did Fall Out Boy. They did a new rendition of "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel,
Oh.
and I said it was awful.
Oh.
You would think, hey, we need an update, since Billy Joel left off, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't need an update. Nope. Maybe if Billy Joel did it, that would be good. Fall Out Boy stunk. Oh my God, it was awful, dude. Awful. 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 So I just had to get that out there again. So
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy, you're now in 2 weeks in a row where it's awful. So please take it off of YouTube.
You can't blame them. They didn't start the fire.
and they got put out, believe me. All right. So after the Barbie, the long shot that
Mhm.
I then listened to Greta Van Fleet, which I love Greta Van Fleet. Okay. I listened to Heat Above and Age of Machine, and I added both of them
Mhm.
to my playlist. So they're both good. Not as good as the other stuff, but it's both good. Both good. I also listened to Billie Eilish.
Okay.
And this was actually from the Barbie album. But I made it a point to mention this. It is What Was I Made For?
Mm.
Barbie, of course, right?
Mhm.
Um, it sounded like she wanted to be like Evanescence. I don't think it was a very good song for her. It was
Mm.
kind of boring.
Wow.
And Billie Eilish is pretty good.
Yeah.
I was not happy with that song, but I made it a point to point that one out
Is her
because the rest of it, like at least you can listen to this one.
Mhm.
The others you can't. It's just unbearable.
is
Uh,
her is her brother Phineas not writing songs anymore? Or?
I don't know if he wrote the song. I don't think he did,
Mm. There you go.
and that's the problem, right?
Problem. Because
Her
Phineas is a
brother's
beast.
really good.
Really good at writing songs.
Yes, he is. So, um, so not good. Uh, then I listened to Post Malone. Look, I listened to the whole album. I loved it. But I want to point out Overdrive.
Overdrive. Okay.
It's kind of a mellow song, and lyrically, it is so well done. I love the lyrics. They're
Mm.
subtle, but yet different. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like there's just different types of words that you don't see in songs. And I like that. So he makes it work so well. And he did a great job with the song, writing that song. I don't know if he wrote it. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm giving him the credit though, because he did a great job with that song. Great job. That is added to my playlist easily. But it wasn't the best song.
Mm.
Was not the best song. And that was really good, let me tell you. Really good. Like I was gonna stop there. And then I noticed Cool in the Gang.
Mm.
And I listened to the whole album because it was that good.
Wow.
It was that good. Like you talk about funk, right?
Mm-hmm.
They brought the funk.
What?
Look, I'm telling you, this was a masterpiece. It may be one of their best albums they've ever made. I kid you not, Kenny. I kid you not. When you listen to this, you are going to love it.
Wow.
Love it. Now, I want to point out two songs. First, Movie Star,
Mm-hmm.
and the title, People Just Want to Have Fun, blew me away. Blew me away. Clearly, like probably two of the top 10 songs I've heard all year.
Wow.
I mean, they were that good. And it's it's classic Cool in the Gang. You know, the horns, the whole bit,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that
yeah. Yeah.
that funk. You know, it had all of that to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems like it's a different singer, and you might notice
Oh.
it sounds like a different singer,
Mm-hmm.
but it is so good. It is Cool in the Gang at its best, and I was amazed on how good it was. I was amazed. And I mean, I remember when I talked about the Scorpions' new album that came out earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
and I was shocked on how good they were. This was better.
Mm.
Like it, like I'll be surprised if they don't have a number one song off of this album, and it would be a travesty if they don't.
Wow.
It's that good. It's
Wow.
that good. It's that good. And I'm hoping people hear us talking about it and go out there and listen to this album. Like,
Mhm.
okay, Bruno, right? I mean, I love Bruno.
Me too. Wait,
This is as good as anything that Bruno has done.
I thought we didn't talk about Bruno.
Bruno Mars.
Okay. All right. I was thinking about, I was thinking about nothing.
No. This is as good as anything that Bruno Mars has made.
Mm.
It's that good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm telling you, when you hear it, it's going to blow your mind. It's going
Okay.
to blow your mind.
Okay. I'm gonna listen to it tonight. Before
I
I
wish we could play it on the air, but we
Oh,
can't.
we can't.
And we won't.
We ain't got no money for that.
Yeah.
We ain't got no money for that. We ain't got no money.
So I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it,
Okay.
especially if you're a Kool in the Gang fan. This is
I am.
it could be your favorite album of the year.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yep, I said it. And if
Okay.
Eric is watching,
Okay.
go check it out, Eric.
Okay. Okay.
So, but that's that.
Mm.
That's what we have for you. There was a lot to talk about
A lot
today.
to talk about. A lot to talk about.
So, ending it on Kool in the Gang is like the way to go.
Way to go.
You know, I listened to it yesterday. I listened to like 4 or 5 songs from Kool in the Gang yesterday. Like it's that good. Like it's on my playlist, and I love it. I need more. I need more. So a good week for music. So go check out Greta Van Fleet. Go check out Post Malone and Kool in the Gang. Great music. I did not get to listen to Travis Scott this week, so I'm hoping that I can listen to it next week and see if Travis Scott can make my playlist. So I probably won't check out J-Lo. You know, just saying. Her music doesn't do it for me, except for the one with Pitbull. When she sings with Pitbull, that's good.
Yeah, because Pitbull's the man.
Pitbull is the man.
Pitbull is the man.
He's one of the few people that I wish I was.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes. True
It's
story.
like when he walks into a room, everybody notices him.
Yes. Mr. 305 worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, Kenny, we got to scoot on out of here. I want to thank everybody that has watched us and will be watching us.
Yes.
Post those comments, please. Comments, and share. Share the crap out of this show.
Yes.
I mean, I would love it to go viral, to be honest with you, but you know, just share it. Share it with your friends.
Yep.
So, thank you, Kenny, for being here. As always, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, Ron. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. So until Monday, hopefully Monday, we'll be back doing another show. And yeah, we'll see you next time, everybody. Have a great night.